Good morning, friends and family. What is animal MTI? Great question. So, MTI is Magnetic Telepathic Intuitive Healing, and that is combining my dragon energy with my wife's Gaia energy. She is connected to Gaia. And what it does is it grounds my energy and amplifies it to help move through the body to clear more severe issues, like, because we all know that illness stems from trapped emotions, right? It's anger that has just gotten more dense, and you just held onto it even longer, and your body is just, you're not letting it go. So then it turns into dis-ease, right? That's where the word comes from. So my energy can go through and help clear away any of those trapped emotions. But what we found out was really cool was my wife had an animal communication session with a client, this beautiful cat named Jade. She was talking to Jade. Jade was feeling very unbalanced. And she's like, I need an MTI session. MTI on animals? And she's like, yeah. She says, I really need my chakras done and my body cleared. And so when my wife finished with the session, she told me about it. And I was like, MTI? Okay. I can see, because my wife is connected. She's fairy, so she's connected to Gaia, which then keeps her connected to the animals. I was like, all right, let's do it. Let's do it. So we did it, and it was magical. Absolutely magical. She checked in with Jade afterwards to see how she was feeling, and she was feeling wonderful. She was feeling so good that she was sending so much love and so much gratitude to my wife that my wife was literally crying. That's the connection coming through, right? And so that very same day, she had told us that this is part of our modality of how we're going to help not just people, but animals. Because so many of us, we love animals, right? We have our cats, we have our dogs, whatever it is, reptilians. We take them to the vet. The vet doesn't know, can't figure out what's going on, right? And it's just like a constant back and forth. They're like, we'll give you this pill, we'll give you that pill. And it simply could be that their chakras are blocked, and then they need balance, they need clearing. So Jade told us that the animal kingdom is all connected. And when one animal knows that another animal needs help or healing, they'll send them the information that they need so that they can get the help that they need. So they always know. So Jade sensed another cat. His name was Max. Max needed a session. So I know Max's mom. I received a download to tell Max's mom that we can do MTI on animals. And it's called Animal MTI. And then Max nudged his mom to book a session to have his chakras cleared. Oh my gosh, he was the funniest. He swallowed a spider. And he had gotten bit on the chin, so he had a little swelling on the chin, but he had some tentacles stuck in his throat. And my wife checked in with him, and he said, yes, Aiden can pull out the tentacles the same way I remove blockages from the chakras. And I was like, great, let's do it, right? And I told him when I was done, I'll go ahead and I'll clear the chakras. So he was so cute. So my wife connects first, keeps the connection with them, and then her and I ground together so we can combine our energy to amplify the dragon energy. So I go to get started, and as I'm working, I keep my eyes shut so I can see the energy. I can see everything. And I see him. He walks in front of me, and he sits down, and he's looking up at me, and he's facing me. And I'm looking down at him. I said, all right, little buddy, you ready? And he says, yes, I'm ready. And I said, okay, let's do this. So I get started, and I'm like pulling the energy, and I can just see it, and I'm just pulling it, and it's just into a giant ball. And he says, that's a big energy ball for a little kitty. I'm like, he's a funny feller. And I was like, and I just sent it down through his body. And he was sitting there, he was like, oh, that feels good. That feels good. I'm running it down the side of his body. And I tell him, I like, can you turn around, please? So he turns around, he puts his back to me, throws his head over his shoulder. He goes, is that good? Yes, that's good, thank you. So I'm running it through his back, and he's like, yeah. I'm pushing it through, clearing all the organs. I can see the energy moving through. So then I said, okay, buddy, you got to turn back around. So he turns back around, and I say, open up wide. And he literally turns back and says, and he just opens up as wide as he could. So I'm like pushing the energy straight into his mouth, and I can see the tentacles, and I'm pulling them all out, getting them all clear, sealing up the little wounds, put the little love energy in there so they can heal really good. And then I start working on his chakras. And when I do the chakras, even on people, I'm clearing the chakras, and as I clear them, I can see them connect down, all the way down in a straight line. But what's really cool is whenever I get finished, I send some energy through the crown, and I send some energy through the root. And I can see that they're all connected in a straight line, pushing the energy through, but they're also connected in a giant circle all the way around. Sorry, a phone call was coming through. So it goes all the way around. Once we finished with the session, my wife checked in with Max to see how he was feeling, and he was feeling incredible, absolutely incredible. So in having these 2 sessions literally within the same day, like the amount of gratitude that my wife received from Gaia herself, but also from the animal kingdom, is just an absolute blessing. And if you're coming across this video, I know it's long, and my apologies, but I felt it was necessary to share the stories of the two wonderful cats that we helped today. But if you're seeing this and you're feeling like it resonates with you and your pet needs some attention, please reach out, check out our website, soulremember.com, and it's a beautiful session. You book the session, and then my wife connects with the animal. We get a brief rundown of what they're experiencing, what healing could help, and then we connect, we do the healing, then she reconnects with them, and then make sure that we don't need to do anything else and that they're feeling great. And then we can either send you an email with everything we got, or with whatever appointment that you book, whatever time, we can jump on that Zoom call and answer any questions and go over it right then and there. So again, Animal MTI, I love you all. I hope you're having a wonderful day, a blessed day, because the universe always provides. Have a wonderful day with much love and much thanks.